Rob D says Kyle on vacation in Cabo with the players is like your mom showing up on your honeymoon. We did see images, and if you follow Raj on Instagram at RSF49ers, like I'm touting it for you to my relatively small audience, to the 250,000 people that are following Raj. But Raj, tell us about, where did that come from? Who put that out on their Instagram?
So actually, the players, of course, they always show their stories on their Instagram pages. Debo was there; he was posting a lot. His girl, he posted a picture with her, and she ended up posting a video on her Instagram story, and then it kind of just went from there. And in the background, you can see Kyle Shanahan, and then Trent Williams posted a picture, I think, with George Kittle posted a picture with Trent Williams, and you just kind of looking at everybody's pages, and they all tag each other, and that's kind of what it was. It was this weekend. All the a select group of the players, probably their star players, were in Cabo celebrating and enjoying vacation after the long grind of a season. And sometimes Kyle is known to be there, and it's funny that he turned up in one of the videos that people were posting out there. So you never know. Last year Kyle talked about how he was in Cabo, and he goes, I think, yearly. The year when Matt Stafford joined the Rams, I remember there was the whole situation of Kyle was in Cabo, and and McVay was trying to get him. So that's Kyle's vacation. And apparently it looks like the players said, you know what, this year let's do Cabo, and all of them were posting about it. So it was interesting to see that. Yeah.
And it was, as far as the activities in Cabo, right? There's water activities, but then they also go up in the dune buggies, huh?
Yeah.
That looked like fun.
That's what Debo was posted. He posted that he was going on the dune buggies and stuff, and he's like, this is so scary, the scariest thing I did in my life. And it's just fun to see him. And usually, you don't really see Debo out there with some of the other players, because I feel like there's like a tight knit group amongst this locker room. They're like a family, right? But now it's cool to see Debo out there, because I've never, I've seen other players like Kyle Juszczyk and George Kittle. I see them all the time together, and on group pictures and family, or like what's the word I'm looking for like vacation photos, because I think their girlfriends are friendly, so they kind of keep it together. But now you see Christian McCaffrey in the mix with him and his girl there, and then you see Debo and his girl. So it's like they're just like, hey, if you got a girl and you're on the team, let's just continue to make this a thing, So all the players are bonding, and I think that's good for the team, because it is a tight knit group, and this is, again, like their core group of players, and it's cool to see them enjoying themselves. It was a long season, They needed some time to wind down, because next month they'll probably be back to getting their training on and stuff. So
you wonder if how much football gets talked on that boat, on that trip. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you got your boss there. You just went through a big season. You fell short of the goal. I think it's almost human nature for it to come up on some level, right?
Yeah, 100%. I'm sure they talked game. I'm sure they all bonded and said, "Man, that could have been us in the Super Bowl." I'm sure it came up. They're players. They're all teammates. They all play on the same team. And with Kyle there, it's got to be interesting to know what they were talking about and say, "Hey, look, Kyle, let's next year let's integrate these plays." Maybe they were talking about playbook. I mean, I'm sure it was brought up. I would have loved to have been a fly on the yacht at the time when they were there. So that's where I wish I was. I wish I was a pool boy on the yacht or something like that, just to know what they were talking about.
Raj, we need some mics, man. Can you plant some mics on some of this stuff? I mean,
I wish I could. I would definitely.
We need to find out what they're talking about on the boat in Cabo. You ever been to Cabo?
You know what? I haven't, actually. I need to go. I want to go to Cabo badly. I was talking to some of my friends this weekend, and I said, you know what? Next year, let's plan a trip to Cabo in February, whether the Niners win the Super Bowl or not. Because if they're there next year, then definitely I could plant some mics on the area.
Well, supposedly they say, be careful in the water, because the undertow. I hear the undertow in Cabo is crazy. Whew. Crazy, like really, really, really treacherous.